I have been wanting to watch this video for forever. And it's called TikTok Hates Your Relationship.
You ever watch a wholesome video on TikTok or Instagram and it makes you feel good? I mean, so much of the internet can be this toxic, argumentative wasteland, but for once you're sitting there smiling at your phone. Imagine that. Imagine a piece of content that actually makes your day better. And then you open up the comment section and it's a fucking war zone. Going into 2023 with the same person since 2010. Oh, that's nice. They've been together for a very long time. Clearly they've worked hard and been able to make a life for themselves centered around their shared interest. And I mean, really, that's the dream for anybody, no matter what that shared interest may be. And who cares about this? Cringe. Video gaming is the worst hobby one could have. What a waste of time. Not like what I do, which is spend all day on my phone telling other people that they're wasting their time. I'm pissed. Living behind a screen. Aren't you doing the same thing? No. You have game.
It's the fucking no. No, I'm not. This is me with Twitch chat. This is me with Twitch chat. When there's that one chatter that rolls in and they're annoying, it's like, dude, go make some fucking friends, man.
Gamer in your bio. Are gamers extremely lazy? Do they ever get up? I like to think that this person isn't making fun of them. They're just genuinely concerned for their well-being. Like, wait, have they really been sitting there for 13 years? I hope they're okay. What if they got stuck? Like, I know that you're opening yourself up to criticism whenever you post anything online. That's just the nature of the internet. But it's crazy that even the most uncriticizable posts where someone is just happily doing something and isn't hurting anyone else in the process still gets criticized. All right, here's another TikTok about dishes.
In our house, I cook, he does the dishes. And when he cooks, he does the dishes.
Harmless joke, right? They're just subverting expectations of what you might have expected her to say. So really, there's no reason for someone to get like super pissed about this or anything. Oh, so he's twice as useful as you are. L-girlfriend. So much entitlement. The women that posted this and the women that are commenting on this, just because you don't like doing it doesn't mean he does. So about helping and being a good person. He rather does the dishes because he knows you'll never do it without moaning about it or showing the initiative to just do it. You just let him do it because you're lazy and entitled, feeling offended.
Anime profile picture. Opinion discarded.
When called out, but ask yourself, if you're feeling called out, doesn't that prove my point? This video is 8 seconds long. Slavery. That's right. Someone watched this video and thought, oh my God, that's exactly what...
I am so grateful. I'm so grateful that I wasn't eating a piece of sushi because I would have fucking spit all of it out and I would have had to clean up that fucking mess. Oh my God. Don't say that to Foo Fighters. Take that back. I just choked on my bong rip. I'm sorry. Doing a household chore. Slavery.
What being a slave is like. And 5 people agreed? Slavery is when I have to do the dishes, even though I was the one who cooked that night. Simps love to defend this irrational thinking. Imagine if the genders were reversed. I know, right? Then the comments might be insane. Normalize men doing chores. Normalize women changing oil and fixing the toilet and paying the bill. Ah, yes, changing oil and fixing toilets. 2 things that notoriously need to be done as often as the dishes. Shit, I change my oil every time I drive. Only the best for my car. How often do you even have to fix a toilet? Every couple of years at the most? What are you doing in there? You shitting grenades? Look, I don't know who this couple is, but
So funny. I'm so sorry.
I'm positive that this 8-second video does not sum up their entire relationship. Like in my house, Amanda does the dishes like 90% of the time, but I cook 90% of the time. She cleans more often than I do, but I do all the grocery shopping. I don't know, one single chore doesn't tell the whole story. But even still, being in a relationship isn't supposed to be this one-to-one transactional exchange where every chore must be split down the middle.
And it doesn't have to be. Whatever works for you and another partner. If one of you, if you are in a relationship and you feel like you're being taken advantage, then you can renegotiate stuff. And if the other person feels like they're being taken advantage, then you guys can negotiate stuff. Historically, I have not cared about doing 70% of the housework. I'm faster at it. I'm better at it because I've done so much. Because growing up, my mom made me learn how to do every single chore known to man. So I don't mind doing more of it. But there are some tasks that take very little time, but I fucking hate doing them. And so I don't want to do it. And so I'm down to trade those. I'm down to do more housework in exchange for trading things I really don't want to do. You know? That's fine. Don't judge other people's relationships. Like, it's weird to do that.
And every good deed must be reciprocated immediately.
Hey, I just did something nice for you. Do it back, or I'm gonna post about this on TikTok. What are you talking about? It's my birthday. Oh, I'm supposed to give you a present too? You would if you loved me.
Like, no, you just figure out what works best for you guys, and if something's not working, then you talk about it. Clearly, these people are traumatized from a past relationship where they had to do a chore, and they haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. It's time to move on, all right? You gotta let that shit go. There's another common type of TikTok I've seen multiple renditions of.
See you later.
You've been a great out today.
That's all right. Thank you. Bye.
And honestly, I like to.
Wait, what is this? When the kids are finally in bed and we go our separate ways, he games and I watch my shows. When it's that time of night to say goodbye for a little bit so you can watch your show and he can watch football or do things you don't care about. What is wrong with this? What is weird or not normal about this? What? All people, listen, chat. Everybody in here, even if you're like, no, not me, I'm built different. Everyone in here needs some amount of time socializing and some amount of time alone. Everybody. Everyone in chat has some balance of time that they would like to spend alone versus with other people. There's no one on the planet that is normal, like not a sociopath, that experiences wanting only one or the other. Okay? Obviously, how much, the proportions might be a little bit different for every single person. This is completely normal.
You've been a great out today.
That's all right. Thank you. Bye.
And honestly, I like TikToks like this because I think this is really healthy and a good thing to point out. Like, having the desire to be by yourself for a little bit doesn't mean your marriage is bad all of a sudden or you've lost your spark. Most couples go through.
My partner right now is sleeping and I'm watching this. Yeah. Denims, you're literally wrong on this. Have you considered that this is slavery? That's a good point.
Through this, most couples do this. You are still your own person.
Also, yeah, yes. Plus, it makes you excited to see them again. Exactly.
Your own hobbies and interests. It's not the end of the world. Like, sometimes Amanda comes home from work and wants to tell me everything that happened that day, and that's great. And other times she just wants to come home and listen to a podcast and play Stardew Valley for 3 hours. And both of those are fine. That's not good or healthy for couples. Well, this is crazy unhealthy in a relationship. That is terrible relationship advice. When kids are down, it's time to be together. Each of you should have some time to do what you like, but do it while kids are up. One watches kids, then the other. It's a very specific rule. Me and my husband, we have 4 kids. That was in the 80s. All our time was about them. Now that they are growing and have their own family, me and him have some our time. We love being around each other, but like he wishing TV and working. I like being at home alone, and when we at home, we talk about everything, and then like I said, he in one room and I am in another. We been married for 40 years, get along just fine. I think she's on my side here. I'm not 100% sure. If you love...
This is what I mean, chat. This is, dude, someone in chat said I was ableist and I was ESL phobic because I said, please read your message before you send them, because there are so many times that people type shit in chat and it's like, when you see something and you going, where are you actually heading? There is not anything there. And like we're talking about like communism, like it's not relevant at all. Like it's not relevant. And I said, all I said was, please read your messages and make sure they make sense before you send them. And this chat was like, oh, so this is not a chat that's welcome to people who are ESL. Oh, so if English is not your first language, we shouldn't be here. Is that right? It's like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm new here. Are you a cuter Hassan? I wouldn't say all that, but I would.
love somebody, you'll expect to have its company as much as they can. It seems like there are two kinds of negative responses to this. There's the people who misinterpret it to mean that they don't want to spend any time together, even though that's not at all what they're saying. This is what, like an hour of their day, some of the time, relax. But then there's also the people who use TikToks like this to just brag about their own relationship. Sad. We like to be with each other at bedtime, even after 9 years of marriage. Wait, you guys have alone time? That's a choice that you make. No, that's great. I'm happy for you. I guess it's just that you must not love each other very much because I spend every waking moment with my wife. We have the same job, the same hobbies, the same friend, us. Our bathroom has 2 toilets and they face each other. A few years back, I actually took a class on how to stop blinking and now I don't do it anymore. What can I say? I guess I missed her too much when my eyes are closed. Of course, there's a balance to this, as this guy will tell you.
It hurts to eat food and watch this. God. Yeah, this sushi is really good. I kind of just picked some random rolls and they're all really good. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about this. Like, what is it about the internet that makes people lose their ability for nuance? What is it? What is it about internet? What is it about the internet that makes this happen? Like, I am someone who, if I date someone, I basically want to spend 99% of my time with them. And then I probably want 3 hours of alone time a month, which is a very small amount. But just because that's what I want doesn't mean it has to be what everyone else wants. I don't think other people dislike their partners because they don't spend every waking moment. If you want that, then get that. I know what I like, and I know I can find other people that want what I like. You mean while not streaming? Well, obviously, right? Because streaming is working. I never got TikTok, but Twitter is slowly killing me. I can't tell which is worse for you, TikTok or Twitter. They're both really bad. They're both pretty bad. But also, like, I would never... So this is my personal opinion. I would never date someone who wasn't a gamer. Because I did it once, and it was a huge mistake. For me. Because I am such a fucking gamer that if I date someone who isn't a gamer, they're going to be really fucking upset. Like, I want to sit home and play for 6 hours a day. I can't because I have to work and I have to do other stuff and errands and blah, blah, blah. But in my ideal world, I would play 6 hours a day of video games. And when you date someone who doesn't feel that way, it's just there's like this like barrier that's not crossable where you're like, but I want to play this game. And they're like, but you just played that game for the past day, every single day for a month. And you're like, yeah, but it's really fun. But it's a really fun game. You should try it. I don't want to play games. It's like, okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to say about this. Wait, what is this? Let me see this clip. I've had more fun playing video games than doing anything else in my life. There have been a lot of things that have brought me joy and happiness, but video games are always there for me. They're always there.
I think it's only stressful if you put a lot of pressure on yourself, like this pressure to be this way or to reply this way or not double text or whatever. Like, I am a quadruple texter and I have no shame in that. That's just who I am. And like, I'm a needy bitch. But you know, the thing is, there is someone out there willing to give me all of the needs. And thankfully I have found someone who's very compatible. And like, they're out there. And you should see the amount of times I text John. It's like boo, 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 boo. One gray. Boo, 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 boo. Gray. Not only do I just message him on text, if he's not responding, I then go to Discord. Hey, dude. Hey, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? And if he doesn't do that, then I go back to iPhone and I send him a little emoji thing. I'm like, hey, where are you? What's up, dude? So, whatever. And he hasn't broken up with me since. And if he doesn't like that, then he'll let me know. But it obviously doesn't bother him.
Like, I know for me, this would give me This would give me stress. This would stress me out a little bit. Like getting constant messages. But that's just me. You know? I get stressed because then I think someone's upset at me and then I start getting in my head. And it's terrible. It's like all levels of terrible. But for a lot of other people, they're probably like, that's not a problem for me. No, I don't care. I have a friend of mine and she loves her current partner. And she talks to me all the time about how like she will send like fucking essays when she's having bad days, bad like emotional breakdowns. And he will be so nice. And he'll be like, you know, I'll be right over. And it works for them. And who am I to judge? You know?
Beep, 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 beep. Beep,
Boop, boop,
smile.
Boo, 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 boo. Huh? What do you mean? Why is she even talking about her relationship? This is weird as fuck. No! Darn it. Oh well, I dirtied my clothes. I spilled some soy sauce on it. That's okay. It'll come out in the wash. What is weird about this? There's nothing weird about someone sharing their preferences. Huh? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's so strange. Okay, we'll go back to video.
You, not realizing that the people who posted the TikTok would probably agree with him. If you never prioritize your partner and you're constantly blowing them off to just do whatever you want, go hang out with your friends, that's a problem. If 100% of the time you'd rather be hanging out with your boys than paying any attention to your girlfriend, you probably shouldn't be dating her. You should be dating your boys. But at the same time, I wouldn't personally want to be in a relationship where my life solely revolves around the other person. You need time to cultivate your own interests and work on yourself so you actually have something to bring to the table. And honestly, sometimes when your partner is trying to minimize your other passions or turn you against your friends, it's kind of a manipulation tactic. They're trying to make you fully dependent on them so you have nowhere else to go and no one else in your life to point out all their red flags. I don't think a relationship should be about merging into one entity that is useless without the other person. Because if you get too far into it, you're gonna lose sight of who you were before you started dating. Just like with anything though, it comes down to what you and your partner agree on. If you both want to spend 24 hours a day holding hands and staring into each other's eyes, go for it. That's awesome. I'm not gonna stop you. But that's what really gets me about these comments is that for the most part, everybody's just arguing for their own personal preference in a relationship that they're not a part of. If you see a video like this and you think, well, that wouldn't work for me, or my wife and I could never do something like that, that's literally fine because you're not in the relationship. Like, I just don't understand the need to go around imposing the rules of your marriage onto everyone else. Like, what's the point of even trying to argue with how this couple lives their lives? They've been together for 13 years. If this lifestyle was unsustainable for them, they wouldn't have been able to sustain it. If you see this couple happily on the same page about something and then decide that actually you know what's best for them more than they do, no, you don't. Shut up. In classic internet fashion though, I found another TikTok that's almost exactly the same as these ones, but all of the comments are angry for the opposite reason.
After our kids go to bed, this is how my husband and I have been spending time together at night. I am rewatching all the Marvel movies, and my husband is over here racing in his racing simulator. So we're like kind of together, right?
Now, I'll admit, the
vibe is, it's a little weird in this one. It is a little bit weird. I think I am being a little, I'm going to admit, I'm a bit biased. I am a little bit biased. I don't know how to feel about someone who would sit down and marathon Marvel movies. I couldn't do it. My brain would melt in the second movie. Although the Iron Man original movies, I remember they were so good. Okay. But there's a lot of Marvel movies and it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. It's like, that's the problem with like, Marvel movies. It's just that it's the same thing over and over again, but with different characters, and that's it. But like, listen, man, if you really like Marvel, you know, like, I'm not going to stop you, man. Okay. You can really like Marvel. Also, I love doing this personally. I don't think this is weird at all. I love doing this. I think like the vibes are weird because of the Marvel movies. But I mean, like, I love to hang out with someone else in the same room as we both do not interact with each other. You know, it's just a cat people type of thing. You know what I mean? That, like, it's like, I feel like I'm hanging out with my cats. Like, when my cats come by and they sit on the bed right next to me, it's like they want to hang out with me. They don't want to be, like, in my shit, but they want to hang out, you know?
Vibe is a little different in this one. Whereas the other people were like proudly saying, hey, this is something we do. This is what works in our relationship. This woman seems a little bit more unsure. It also kind of looks like maybe she's been crying, but I don't know her life. I'm just going to assume that it was from the movie. Ultimately, I don't know. And I'm not going to speculate on it too hard because this is an Instagram reel and I don't know anything about these people. Is what I would say if I wasn't a crazy person. She just wants him to do what she wants to do. Yeah, she's not happy. Something's going on. She is low-key putting him down. Instead of just talking to her husband, instead she tries to make a video and post it trying to shame him. Could you cry a little less? Have you offered or shown any interest in playing games with him, reach into his interests? I understand that you are not enjoying this quality time. Visually obvious. Now, the thing that these comments all have in common is that they're all working off of an assumption. We have decided that this video is not sincere, and since that's now a fact that we all can agree on, it's okay to bully you for it. So I was curious, I found them on TikTok. I just saw this one on Instagram. And they made multiple follow-up videos where they had to be like, guys, can you stop telling us to get a divorce? Like, we love each other. We love our kids. We spend a lot of time together. I was just kind of tired because we both worked all day and you guys are looking into this way too hard. Please stop. It's weird. Okay, so mystery solved, right? And now that we have that context, I would like to present to you one of the most unhinged comments I have ever read in my life. I am certain that the purpose of this video was, we've got this whole history and all I'm asking for him is to sit here and watch these movies with me. I even put on Marvel movies because he likes them and I want to bait him over here to spend time with me because he never spends time with me after all that we've been through. I don't even care about Marvel movies. Right, because Marvel movies are for boys and women can't like superheroes. I'm just making sacrifices to stop enjoying my life, not doing things I want to do or grow as a person, have a hobby, all for him to just pay me the slightest bit of attention. No one appreciates sacrifices they didn't ask for. Do what you want to do. If that doesn't feel like quality time, speak up. If you feel like this relationship is costing everything you want from life, speak up. Otherwise, shut up. Holy shit.
As everyone in chat is saying, there is some projection happening there for sure. That guy is definitely divorced. Okay? He's definitely divorced because his wife asked him to do the dishes once.
More projection than an AMC 20.
And then he had a fucking... Very funny. 1 second, I have to cough. It's the COVID. I'm just kidding. It's not COVID. I just get phlegm when I eat, which is really gross, but now you guys know. Listen. I think if you send a message like that in TikTok, you should be banned and then you should be arrested. Okay, I know some people think that that's a very harsh punishment for posting a dumb comment online. However, that's just what I think. Okay? That's just what I just think that should be the case. I'm sorry. Not harsh enough. Okay, you want to know what? Look, I'll settle, guys. I'll settle. Community service for a year. Okay? If you do some stupid shit like that, community service for 1 year.
We're not even halfway through, by the way. And if you do speak up and that's not what he wants, it's okay to move on with your life. If you feel like you could do better and deserve more, go.
There's more? Why is there more?
But reach for it. But don't go crawling back just because you don't like the new life you have after you've thrown away your old one and destroyed all semblance of peace for yourself and your family. Stop wasting your time doing things that don't make you happy. You literally have this one life and you're choosing to cry on TikTok rather than make a meaningful difference. Obviously, he's happy and comfortable the way it is, and if you divorce him, he'll probably just enjoy more of his free time after a fucked up dark period of feeling worthless and that nothing that he does is enough, because that's what you're saying here. Nothing that has happened before was enough for you. Absolute insanity aside.
I have never, ever seen someone with that much divorced dad energy. Holy shit, this guy is writing a dissertation on why he hates women. He's got a point, though. He would have a point if he wasn't responding to a TikTok of a couple saying that they're happy together. He would have had a point if he was saying, hey, you know, just try not to be with people that don't make you happy. But that's not what he said. That's not what he said. He wrote out an essay. He wrote out a fucking manifesto about how much he is totally, definitely not divorced. Wormy? Hi, Wormy. Wormy, let me make some space for you. Wormy hasn't come to my desk in like a full day. Wormy, look, I made space. You want me to move this too? Here you go. Wormy, hi. Hi, Wormy. She's being gray. Cat people are cucks. So? What's wrong with me being a cuck for my cat? Goodbye, Wormy cat. She graced me with her presence. Okay.
He based this entire rant on the assumption that she's pretending to like the movies. Like, you never stop to think, what if this thing I'm making up isn't actually true? That would kind of destroy my entire argument and make me look like an asshole. Nah, I'll do it anyway. Isn't it fun, though, that the internet is so used to just yelling at each other all the time that you can post two videos with essentially the same thesis and cause a riot for two opposite reasons? Social media is so fun. I'm having a great time. Now, if you're anything like me, seeing all of this unasked for discourse kind of makes you never want to post any private.
I don't think anyone can ever say the words unasked for without me thinking of the ninja post. I'm sorry that I'm going to share this with you and I'm not proud of it, to be clear, but that's just how I feel. Like, it's just the first thing that comes to mind. Anytime someone says unasked for. This is it. I'm in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out, and my braless wife brings me a sandwich, not asked for, with chips as I get a double kill bot lane. So how is your day going? I also can't believe it says not asked for. I don't know why I thought it said unasked for. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Can you believe he posted this? Can you believe he posted this? What's the matter? No bitches? No sandwiches? No double kill? Bruh. That was Ninja? This is Ninja. No, he wasn't trying to do a funny. Holy fuck. Like, literally, like, I can tweet the dumbest shit on the planet. It can be the stupidest thing I've ever tweeted on the planet, and it won't be as silly as this. What is this one? February 18, 2020. The phrase, "it's just a game," is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened. Losing, imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. Bro, I was just playing Farmville. What are you talking about, man? Oh, that's weird.
private information about yourself because people are just going to use it to bully you or speculate on your behalf. You might even think to post a TikTok where you're like, hey, my partner doesn't post about me on social media, but that doesn't mean the relationship doesn't work because he loves me in real life. And that's really all that matters to me. Only to find out that even that's wrong too. God, and don't even get me started on parenting TikTok. I would never in a million years post a video of my child because I'm just gonna get a bunch of comments from people telling me that I'm doing everything wrong. Like, you'll see a video of a kid falling down, right? I'm not saying I seek those kind of videos out or anything. It's just
wow. Breaking news. Drew Gooden seeks out videos of people falling and getting hurt. Why? Because he's a sick fuck.
They pop up and I watch them, okay? But the kid will fall down, right? And the mom will be like, oh no, are you okay? And someone will comment, wrong, let her get up on her own or she'll never learn how to be independent. And then you'll see the same kind of video where the parent will instead be like, hey buddy, you're fine, just shake it off. Wrong, she's clearly hurt. You were supposed to keep her safe and you failed. And now she'll never trust anyone and it's all your fault. It's like, okay, what am I supposed to do then? Because it doesn't seem like anything is right to you guys. What's ironic about this though is I feel like a lot of these kind of commenters are the same people who will shame young people for not having kids yet. Come on, guys, be useful to society, give birth already, and then post about them so we can nitpick all of your choices. Really though, that's just like the whole internet right now. No matter what kind of content you're making, no matter what you're doing, you'll just be living your life. And then someone will be like, that's not how I would do it. Well, I didn't ask, buddy. Now, the last video I want to point out.
This is where I'm at, where, dude, man, is it cringe and annoying when people who I don't even know who these people are. Like, I'm in my own sphere, I'm doing my own thing, I'm in my own space, and then some weirdos just start acting deranged towards me. It's like, stop. Like, I know I opened myself up for it because what is this? I know I opened myself up for it because I do politics and stuff. And I know that like same thing with like Hassan or whatever, but I feel like some of it is just out of control. I feel like some of it is just not normal. Like, some people's derangement about random people online is weird. Like, chat, can we all agree? All the people who cared so much that like iDubbbz' girlfriend made an OnlyFans, that's weird that you care that much. That's really weird that you care that much about that. It's just a job. It's just a job. I don't know why we care so much about this. This is weird that we care. Stop. Honestly, Denims, your setup is kind of subpar, and your soap comforting videos are actually extremely problematic, and you are literally brainwashing people online to become husks of their former selves and become, I don't have anything else, meow, ooh. I tried to watch some political news and now I'm a soap slaughter addict. Dude, it's so much fun. I like want to go get soap and do it myself. I used to have a knife just like this that was perfect for what she's doing. I'm very surprised by the number of people who think that the way that she's using the knife is dangerous. It's actually very safe. If you know how to handle a knife and you know how to cut things that way, it's actually very safe. People are weird about Hassan getting a dog. Just imagine how weird they would be if he had like a kid or a relationship. Yeah. Where do I get a soap cutting knife like that? I don't know. Just look up like short knives, Amazon. Or dude, the people, oh my God, the people commenting about like Valkyrie's adoption. That's so weird. It is so weird that she's saying, hey, I'm trying to offer financial assistance and emotional assistance to kids sitting in the foster system. Does anyone have any advice or wants to talk about their experience being adopted? She wants to adopt and she wants to have her mom raise the kid, and she wants to pay for it. She wants to pay for everything that kid needs. And it's like a mutual decision that both of them came to. It wasn't like Valkyrie was like, Mom, you're gonna have to take care of this piece of shit kid because I need the internet clout or some stupid shit like that. Like, it was a decision that she's talked about, that her and her mom have talked about it for months and months and months. And I don't know, Valkyrie turned out pretty good. So I feel like her mom did a good job the first time, and she could totally do a good job the second time. And with the amount of money that Valkyrie has, she would probably set that kid up for life. The fact that like people would see that person who, that'll be a really lucky kid with a really loving home, and they're like, you know, it's kind of weird that you would post this online. Honestly, I find, quite frankly, the entirety of this entire post very problematic. Why are you seeking validation online for your decisions? It's like, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong? That's so... People were upset about that? Valkyrie does not seem like the person who would do something like that just for clout. And yeah, like, what kid's getting into a situation better than 99% of... Yeah, exactly. Some people are very weird. Some people are so weird. Like this person. This is so weird to post. Have you guys seen this? Now, everybody point and laugh. It's an NFT profile picture. The post reads, cuddles before and after sex. The NFT profile picture haver replies, if only you understand how your man sees you after sex. For some reason censored, even though it's Twitter. You will not talk about cuddles. Guy, even if you love her, it takes hours to see the beauty in her again after having sex. Censored again. It's Twitter. You don't, there's full blown like porn on Twitter you don't need to censor. Straight facts right here, homie. I feel like an animal after sex. I cannot look at my girl the same way. Gotta legit not look at her for at least a couple hours. Thought it was just a me kind of thing. The feeling is mutual. I need hours to look at her properly again. That's crazy. Wallahi, that's crazy. Wallahi, dude, that's not normal. That's really, listen, chat, this is gonna be a moment of honesty and truth and all these other good things. If there's anyone in the chat that's like this, please go to therapy. Because normal people do not experience this emotion. Normal people, when they have sex with someone else, they enjoy spending time with them afterward. Normal people don't need to spend hours before they can look at another person again after having sex with them. Okay? So, like, if you are having this problem, genuinely, please go to therapy. Because it's a good chance that you're dealing with some, like, Madonna whore complex in your brain. And it's out of your control. And you desperately need the therapy. You literally release a bonding chemical from having sex. I mean, you just release like dopamine. Your brain releases a bunch of happiness. And when you're releasing all that happiness around someone else, usually like you will feel that way towards that person. I would put these people on a watch list unironically. I mean, I'm not allowed to say that, but I agree. It's just an oxytocin. Yeah. So you experience like a lot of euphoria after sex, and it's normal for that to carry over with the person that you're having sex with. Being ashamed of sex is actually unhealthy. Yeah. It's like dudes take the post-nut clarity to the extreme. Yeah. Bro, I had friends who admitted this in middle school, and I was like, y'all are definitely weird. Turns out years later, they are. That's weird. That's weird. Maybe they're having sex wrong. I like the idea of doing sex incorrectly.
As some pretty insane discourse, partly because I found it on Twitter. I mean, in general, when a TikTok gets reposted to Twitter, it's not usually like, hey, look at this funny TikTok I found. It's like, hey, look at this piece of shit I found. We should set their house on fire.
Day one of being a stay-at-home husband. Made us some tea and cuddled on the couch.
I saw so many people got mad because of this video. Why did people give a shit about this video? This video was so sweet. You guys have to pay attention, okay?
Day one of being a stay-at-home husband. Made us some tea and cuddled on the couch. And then I started to pack her lunch before she went to work with all her favorite foods. snuck in a love note, drove her to work.
You get the idea, you know, it's a guy who loves his wife and is clearly doing a good job of taking care of her. They seem to be in a healthy, happy relationship. Not really anything to judge, right? This is more disturbing than gore.
Sounds like slavery to me. This is actually slavery. That's right, a callback on this channel? Never would have guessed it. That's weird that you think that, man. That's weird that two people sharing their happiness with the internet would make you think that.
In what universe is that a superior life to living alone? It's a terrible lesbian couple. Okay, I lost it at the Beyond Meat jerky. I'm sorry, was there like a meeting they all went to where they all decided one day that all the guys like this on Twitter have to change their profile picture to some random...
Like, the sad thing is that this was so much funnier before I found out about, like, the fact that these are all basically neo-Nazis. Like, I'm sorry. I shit on anime profile pictures a lot. However, if you have a statue, if you have a Greek statue, it's unironically like a dog whistle. Which is really sad. It's so sad that they took these amazing sculptures and then they made them into this weird thing.
Random dead guy statue? What does it mean? Every time you see someone on Twitter with a profile picture like this, I promise you they're about to say the worst take you've ever heard. The only thing gay here is using a straw at home. Fellas, is it gay to drink stuff? Have you noticed it like...
Oh my god, dude. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. That is so crazy. I just don't know what to say about that. I just have no idea. I mean, if you're drinking a straw, through a straw, you're basically sucking dick. Like, what is the difference between sucking a dick and then cum comes out versus sucking out of a straw and then juice comes out? It's literally the same. It's basically fellatio on like a smaller scale. So, yeah. Wait, true? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just drink everything with straws because I don't want to stain my teeth. I feel like that's a good enough reason. Also, you don't have to use like disposable straws. You can get like a metal straw or like a plastic straw or even a glass straw. And you can just use those and they work great. IMO. I love straws. I love using straws. I want to kill the turtles. Okay, that's valid too, man. What is this grr? Wait, there's a grr emote. I'm so happy there's a grr emote. Grr. Grr. I'm sorry. Paper straws suck. Paper straws make me want to commit murder against turtles. That is how I feel about paper straws. C word. Oh gosh. Okay. Anyways, yeah. If you have never tried getting a reusable straw, try glass straws. Try metal straws. Personally, my teeth are really sensitive, so I like to be able to squeeze the straw while I'm drinking. So I get plastic straws, like reusable plastic. That's like dishwasher safe.
Turtles had a good run.
Yeah, it's like, I think they actually might be silicone, now that I think about it. So I like those. I personally like those.
Everything has discourse now. Everything is a debate, even if it doesn't need to be. And some of it is constructive. Of course, some of it is very much worth having.
Thanks for the great content.
People
Appreciate your
arguing about
perspective
like
on
which
things.
Oh, Oh, low key, Jerome. Thank you so much for the 3 months.
Basketball players having a better season, or how much cream you're supposed to put in your coffee. Like, the fate of the world is on the line. I feel like there's this anger that's seeped into every part of the internet, and it's so hard to avoid without just staying off of it altogether. Like, you'll see the most innocuous comment in the world that for some reason has 97 replies, and you're like, huh, what happened here? And the most recent reply will be like, no, I'm not the one defending genocide. You're the one. And it's like, huh? How did they even, who even brought that up? And I think what really sucks about it is so much of it is by
Newborn. Thank you so much for the Prime sub.
by design. Like, there were those documents that came out that showed Facebook's algorithm was more likely to suggest something if a lot of people were using the angry reaction emoji. And then outside of Facebook, on Twitter, I've noticed that a lot of times the tweet at the top of a thread is not the one with the most likes, but the one with the most replies, because it's the most controversial. It is the most likely way to stretch out the amount of time you spend on that thread, because now instead of just the one original paragraph, there's now dozens of insane ramblings for you to scroll through. Even Instagram is starting to show some of the worst comments near the top. That's how I found the ones in this video. I wasn't scrolling to the bottom, they were at the top, and it's all because a computer told them that these kind of comments increase engagement. Let's not worry about what kind of engagement. Let's not worry about the fact that this specific kind of engagement actually makes people feel like shit, and they're worse off when they leave the app than they were when they came onto the app. And not only is this making the overall user experience more negative, but by showing the hateful comments to more people, because you know that that's what will get them to interact with it, aren't you like actively encouraging people to write hateful things? Like, most of the time, if someone's being an asshole online, they're just doing it to rile people up. They're doing it to get a response. And if the algorithms did a better job of flagging and suppressing those things, and maybe after a while, those people would be like, it seems my efforts are fruitless. This is no way to spend my days. I need to get my shit together. And then they like put on a suit and tie. But from like the user side, our side, I don't really know what the answer is besides just like spending less time on the internet. It just sucks though, because sometimes it's really fun, you know? Sometimes I don't get pissed off at all. I just laugh a lot. I like the internet. I like connecting with people across the world. I like finding new talented creators and following them and seeing what kind of stuff they make. There's so much good out there. I wish it wasn't so depressing sometimes. Anyway.
Yeah, it's really sad. The amount of people that are just, they use the internet as a way to just make other people depressed, you know?